ba ga itsoma dume ga fele o santsana na le rona mo Mzansi Fundisi ke na le mathaka ba babedi ba the Betway Premiership is what we focusing on gents re bone di fixtures tse di tlo iragalang before a re tle motsetse tsa bona ke bone Obiti there was a 42-year-old I know. Kuko Tandai.
No,
Kuko Tandai.
You must. It must be Kuko Tandai because these ones of no honor. Sundowns used to do this thing already. When you're on loan, you can't play against us. This one was singing from every rooftop.
Who's this one?
This one. This one.
Now when I loan players. When I know loan players between you and Libaleba play against me. That's how easy it is. When we loan players, we loan them to go and play football.
No,
not limit them.
But you are happy to tell the world that Sundowns is the one that is.
For me, I'm not a fan of that. If the player is not good enough to play for you, let him play against you. But now you have a Sundowns. But
no, say Pirates.
Next door.
Say Pirates. Say Pirates. No, there's
Pirates. With 5 players. When they play against you, you are guaranteed 6 points because those 5 players are not going to play against you.
So are you saying Orbit was guaranteed?
You're playing a different super sport. Of course it is guaranteed because they're quality players.
So you're saying Pirates had 3 players that could not
it's only one.
I'm talking about 3 players from Pirates could not play against Orbit.
I was looking at that game and say Saleng if was there was going to cause havoc. It was going to cause havoc. Saleng was going to cause havoc.
So why
they
is it?
Knew.
So like Lufuno said earlier, Cox. When it's against Sundowns, he will sing from every rooftop.
But I'm saying the same thing. I'm not a fan of those things.
He's a man of principle.
If they're not scared of Saleng, why did they play him? They know he's going to cause havoc in that defense.
Well,
they know.
Speaking about Orlando Pirates, they're taking on what people perceive as their development team. They're taking on Chippa United. Take a money.
No, get loan. How many loan you can play?
So that team that played well, they in P. The team that took 2 points and threw it in the water. Now they're going to play Pirates. Those players are not going to play. So they're going to play. They're going to play a weak Chippa United. Musile is not going to be there. Of course, it's up to them. But with their coach,
Cox, I think the one thinking, while understanding the principle, you can't be if you're going to be able to. I mean, this is a globally done thing. We've seen Chelsea do it. We've seen Sundowns do it. We've seen Pirates do it. Lufuno talks about Chiefs loaning. Who would you loan that's wanted?
Who would I loan? That is wanted.
No,
that's a development.
What's that 10?
What's that?
I can loan you.
What's that?
Hello. What's that? Nkosi hamulon.
Chiefs for years have been giving a lot of teams players. For years.
Yeah,
Kaizer Chiefs have given a lot of teams players. And those players, some of them have scored against Kaizer Chiefs. It's okay, because if Kaizer Chiefs technical team feels that this player is not good enough to play for Kaizer Chiefs, then they must let him play against it. He must prove himself. Yes, then he can come back.
Let's leave the emotion and go on the business side. If we loan you and still paying part of that player's salary, therefore it then allows for that. Technically, it allows you to be able to do that.
You're using that to control the player. So you're just using that to control the player. You loaned him because he's surplus to requirement in your team. Nothing else. You want him to play. He's benefiting playing that team to be fit for you to look at him and reuse him again. So today you want to tell us about salaries. When he's playing the whole season, is he not benefiting your team when you pull him back? Thembazwane benefited from a loan, by the way, so that we can remind you where he's coming from. It was a legacies.
But he wasn't playing against us.
But he benefited from that loan to become a better player. Then you use him.
So
today you sing Thembazwane. Today you sing Thembazwane.
So
Saleng should have played against Pirates.
I know. Gentlemen, we ka Chen last week. Rabua le ka bopeni hore ba tlo re ho ira o phumile. Re bone ke o Madagascar they
you must not talk before you play because football haina therefore.
Na ro dlala di mind game kan di mind game di apply.
See, when you start talking mind games, you then forget to do what is primary. Focus on your own way, but it's also a thing that tells you that football is improving. Gone are the days whereby because this country is supposedly a smaller team, we will then walk all over it. You look at the way that this tournament has come, and Morocco has had to fight with tooth and nail to be where they are. Those are the things when you look at, you then say, hey, next time.
Na feel Morocco chance, you know. Out of Morocco, they are going out. Morocco, they take football serious. Morocco takes football serious.
Before we go to Morocco, there's a country that's there. They've made it through. Kisho as the league, you know them. The league that is in Madagascar, you visited them before.
No.
Talent.
It landed them there by FIFA.
You don't want to go back.
We don't want to go back.
It landed you in
contributed to where we were before. It contributed to where we were before.
So are you giving them a chance to go? I mean, they stand the Sudan.
Yeah, no, look, one thing I'll tell you, if you've watched African football enough, you will know there are no weak teams in Africa anymore. You will know, even if it's club level, don't be fooled by a name and because you have not heard about that name and you think that, no, it's a walkover. There's no walkover in African football. African football has improved tremendously, and if you don't play and prepare yourself for games, you'll be shocked.
And I mean, you're not Madagascar, you're in Kenya,
yeah.
So, chance.
You know where the problem is?
Against Morocco.
You know where the problem was, Coach Benny was speaking about mind games. Monib was speaking about PSL staff, Sundowns losing.
It's no focus.
There is no focus.
It's no focus.
So, moral of the story, focus.
On what's happening.
And when you are you know, English will tell you, if you live in a glass house, this thing, the Zulu folks will say, leave other people focus on your primary.
Okay, where are the focus? I focus on Tanzania. No lemo.
How big they are.
You were focusing on Tanzania and you were telling us their favorites, they could go there.
Look, I think for me, they were let down because of when you look at it, it's most
and
of
when you won them, Morocco,
I won them.
Beat them. Morocco.
The tournament is starting.
He forgot to warn himself, but he won.
No, he was
sure.
Right. He was very sure of Madagascar. And he got a shock of his life. Give football.
It'll humble you.
Yeah, it'll humble you.
So, your Tanzanian people?
Look, I think the Tanzanian team let down because of when you look at the caliber of players that they had. It's not just local players, it's local players that have played Champions League, it's local players that have played Confed and done well. And you look at for me, they were the let down for me in terms of this tournament.
So nobody expected Batlawi?
My expectations were like Benny and Monip, not focused.
Morocco.
But if we're talking about local football, you talk about Morocco in terms of local. Look at the teams that were in the Champions League. Look at the Botola. That league is a tough league. It's a very tough league. Look at because they produced a CAF what you call.
And Morocco has a catalog of teams.
Yes, they do.
It's not just your two teams.
No. You got 4-5 teams that are very strong. That on its own, it tells you about the quality of the league.
Well, the quality of the league is where we're going to leave it at, as we give you a quality of a show right here on Mzansi Fundis. When we come back, I'll make sure ke vacate ndawo hore longster leba ba tsene ba tlo bolela ka ditaba tse di tlo irahalang. So dula le Mzansi Fundis, re tlo bua second half.